Welcome to Live at 5 with me, your host, Ron Pippin. Today, we've been having questions about escrow accounts over the last little while about who sets them up and what is an escrow account, things like that. So I'm gonna let's go over what an escrow account is and why you need it. So when you buy a house, you part of your payment is for property taxes and homeowners insurance. And so we have to set up what's called an escrow account for that money to go into, because you don't want to commingle your payment with the escrow account. They have to keep those separate. So when you close on a home, there is part of your closing cost is setting up your initial escrow account. So let's say you're closing today, and let's say that your tax or your property taxes are due in November. Then we have what 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 months left. So you have 4 months left. So we have to set up a cushion for your escrow account, because if you close on your account today, then usually you're not paying any payment for a couple of months down the road. And if we don't set up a cushion, then when it comes time to pay your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance, you're going to be short. And then they're going to have to try and make that up. You're either going to have to write a big check to the mortgage company to make up that difference, or they're going to raise your payment because they're going to know that they're going to be short again next year. So part of your closing cost is your taxes, your property taxes, and your homeowner's insurance to set up a cushion. To set up a cushion and to pay for your homeowner's insurance for the first year, because the insurance companies aren't going to insure your home until they're paid for the homeowner's insurance, like right up front. And so the portion of the payment that goes towards your homeowner's insurance, that's actually going to be paid next year when the homeowner's insurance comes due again. So, who do you have to have an escrow account? And the answer is most of the time, yes. So there is what's called an escrow waiver. If you have enough money down, there's some criteria to get an escrow waiver. So you don't have to have an escrow account. But the downfall to that is, come November, right before Christmas, now you have to come up with your entire tax bill. And they don't charge you. There's no charge for an escrow account. You don't, they're not going to say, it's another $5 fee on top of whatever your monthly or whatever your homeowner's insurance and your property taxes are. There's like no fee. And that's mandated by law. They can't charge you anything for your, for setting up an escrow account and for your escrow account to be there. So most of the time your taxes and your property and homeowner's insurance is included in your monthly payment. So let's talk about what's included in the escrow account. So your taxes, your property taxes, your homeowner's insurance, and then there's also mortgage insurance. It's not really an escrow account, but that's included in your payment. So just something to be aware of, that when you're looking at a payment for your house, that your entire payment, so you have your principal and interest, plus your property taxes, plus your homeowner's insurance, plus mortgage insurance, if applicable. Not everybody is going to have mortgage insurance, but if you do, totally different. Actually, I think we covered that a week or so ago. So go back and look at that. Or if you have questions, give me a call. So an escrow account is just simply an impound. It's just an account that is set aside for your money. And so it's just your money that they set aside, so that you don't have to come up with a big tax bill or a big homeowner's insurance bill. So really, that's really all there is to an escrow account. So I think that's really pretty easy. That's what an escrow account is. So let's see if there's any questions that have come in since we've been on. Is there any Sydney? Hey, Sydney.
Hi. So we have one question here. Is there any interest on an escrow account?
Okay, good question. And a lot of times people say, "Oh, I don't want the bank to make money on make any money on the money that I'm setting aside." And the mandated by federal law is that you can't. The mortgage companies cannot make any money on your escrow account. So there's no interest that they make. There's no interest that you have to pay. It's just an account that's set aside for your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance. They don't make any money off of it, and they don't charge you anything for an escrow account. So it's just really an account set aside that makes it easy for you to pay your taxes and insurance when those times come. Any other questions, Sydney?
Yes, we've got one here. Is an escrow account taxed?
Actually, that's a really easy answer. No. So you can just stay on here in case there's any other questions. No, an escrow account is not taxed. It is, again, by mandated by law. There's no taxes on it. They don't make any interest on it. Again, you're not charged for it. So it just goes to show that you're not being taxed on it. But it just makes it a really convenient way. And in some cases, you have to have an escrow account. You can't get out of it. But if you have questions on that, and if you want to know how to get out of that, get out of the escrow account. If you're like really detailed and you manage money really well, it's possible you can manage your own escrow account. So just ask me and we can show you how to make that work.
So we have one more question here. What is the process for setting up an escrow account when you close, and who sets up the account?
All right. So the process of setting up the account is don't sweat it, because this is going to be done automatically. Your lender is going to set that up for you. It's going to be all done. It's included in your monthly payment, so your taxes and insurance. So when the tax time comes or the insurance time comes, it's all done. It's all paid for. So really, it's a pretty simple process, because on your side, there's nothing for you to do. All handled by the lender. So that's really the process, and that's who sets it up. The lender takes care of it, and you're set to go. Anything else there, Sydney? Did you say that was the last one? Anything else?
Yeah, that's the last question that we have for today.
Okay, cool. So that's the escrow account, and that's how they work. And if you have any other questions about mortgages, about financing, about any kind of questions, if you want to see what you're qualified for, then give us a call. My number is 801-628-7667. And call me, and I'd love to talk to you soon. So I think that will end our live at 5 today. And thanks for joining us. And if you weren't here live, then thanks for joining us on the replay. We'll talk to you guys later.